Welcome to 4th class English. Good morning, children. This is R. Sujna, your English teacher. How are you all? I am fine. Last week we have completed the lesson called The Magic Fish and we have completed the activities related to that lesson. Today I am going to start a new lesson. The name of the lesson is The Seed of Truth. All of you pick up your English textbook and get ready with your pencil. Go to page number 75 in your textbook. Here they have given an activity. You can see two boys in this picture and a kind of conversation is going on between them. Let's see what they are talking about. Ravi and Madhu. These two are the names of those two boys. Ravi and Madhu. Ravi, hey Madhu, how are you? Madhu, I am not feeling good with the people around us. Ravi, what happened? Madhu, people are not honest most of the times, which is not good. Ravi, yes Madhu, you are right. Some people are always lying. I faced many situations. Madhu, honesty means to be truthful for a person in all the aspects of life. It involves not to tell lies to anybody, never hurt anyone through bad habits, activities or behavior. An honest person never gets involved in the activities that are morally wrong. Ravi, yes Madhu, you are right, but people do not understand it. Okay children, have you understood this conversation between Ravi and Madhu? Ravi is talking to Madhu. Madhu said, I am not feeling good with the people around us, because most of the times we find people who are not dishonest. That is not good enough. So then that time Ravi said, yes Madhu, most of the time people are saying lies, and he faced so many situations. Madhu is saying honesty means to be truthful for a person in all the aspects of life. Means being honesty means you should not tell lies to anybody. You should never hurt anyone through your bad activities or habits or behavior. Your behavior should not be bad. Your activity should not be bad, and you should not have any kind of bad habits. You should not tell lies to anyone. So if you want to be an honest person, you need to have this kind of characteristics. An honest person never gets involved in the activities that are morally wrong. Okay. Read the following sentences and say whether they are true or false. Put a tick mark. Here they have given some fill in the blanks. Based on the above conversation, you have to answer them whether it is a true or false statement. First statement, honesty means to be truthful in all aspects. True or false? Yes, this is correct. So answer is true. Honesty means to be truthful in all aspects. Second one, an honest man tells lies. This is wrong. An honest man always tells truth only. He speaks truth only. So here the answer is false. Third one, an honest man never hurts anyone with his behavior. Yes, this is correct. Fourth one, an honest man gets involved in morally wrong activities. So this is wrong. So an honest man never speaks lies. He never hurts anyone with his behavior, and he never gets involved in morally wrong activities. Let's start the lesson. The name of the lesson is The Seed of Truth, and this is a reading card. You have to listen carefully. They have mentioned, read the passage carefully. Okay. Vidyadhara was the king of Gandhara. He was a just and wise king. The king was fond of gardening. He spent a lot of time in gardening. The king did not have children. As the king grew older, everyone got more and more worried. Who would take over the kingdom after him? So the story starts with whom? It starts with a king. What is the name of the king? Vidyadhara. And what is the name of his kingdom? That is Gandhara. Vidyadhara was a just and wise king. He was very fond of gardening. He used to spend lot of his time in gardening. But this king did not have children, so all the citizens of that kingdom, they are more worried. After as this king grew older na, so who would take over the kingdom after Vidyadhara? Let's see the second paragraph. To find a successor, the king thought of an idea. He decided to distribute some seeds to all the children in the country. The child who grows the biggest, healthiest plant will become the prince or the princess. They can take 3 months for it. The king ordered his minister to make an announcement. All of you underline the word successor. What here the king did not have the children na, so after this king na, who will rule the kingdom? So everybody is worried about this one. So successor means heir. So king, he got an idea. He took some seeds and he distributed the seeds to all the children in the country. And the child who grows the biggest and healthiest plant, he will become the prince or princess of the kingdom. And he gave 3 months of time for this. So the king ordered his minister to give an announcement. The next day, a long line of anxious parents and children gathered outside the palace to get a seed and to grow the best plant. All of you underline the word anxious. Anxious means anxiety. So almost all the children of that country, they came to the royal palace along with their parents to take the seed, and they wanted to grow the best plant. Then only they can become the prince or the princess of the kingdom. Okay. All of you go to page number 77. You can see a boy in this picture. Okay, what is the name of the boy? Pingala. Pingala, a poor farmer's son, too got a seed from the king. He sowed it in a pot in his garden. He took great care of the seed. Pingala watered and added manure to the seed, but the seed did not sprout. Desperately, Pingala changed the soil and transferred the seed to another pot. Weeks and months passed, but nothing happened. The next day, he saw children walking to the palace with their well-grown plants. Pingala stood watching them sadly. All of you underline the word sowed. Means placing the seed in earth or a pot. Underline the word manure. Manure means fertilizer. Okay, so a boy, his name is Pingala. He came to the royal palace to take the seed. He was the son of a poor farmer. They were very poor, and as soon as he took the seed from the king, he sowed it in a pot in his garden. So he took great care of the seed. What he did, Pingala watered and he added manure to the seed so that the seed can sprout and he can get the best plant and he can become the prince of the country. So he took the great care of the seed. But even after a few days, the seed did not sprout. Pingala, what he did, he changed the soil and he transferred the seed to another pot. Weeks and months passed, but nothing happened. That seed did not sprout. One day, what happened? He saw some children are walking to the palace. They are holding the plants. They are all well grown. So Pingala was watching them very sadly because his seed did not sprout. No? Pingala's father observed his son working hard to make the seed sprout. He felt sorry for Pingala. So he said to his son, "Take the empty pot, at least the king will know that you tried your best." So Pingala joined the others outside the palace, holding the empty pot in his hand. The other children laughed at him. So Pingala's father observed Pingala. That time Pingala was looking very dull and sad. Na? So his father said, "Oh my dear children, don't worry. You take your part and come to the palace. You take the empty pot. At least the king will know that you tried your level best." So Pingala went to the palace with the empty pot in his hand. The other children laughed at him because he did not have the plant in his pot. The king arrived and looked at the plants. The children gathered in the courtyard of the palace with flowery pots, red, blue, yellow. The courtyard had turned into a beautiful garden. The king looked at the children amazingly. Their faces were shining with hope, but the king was not at all happy. At the end of the line stood Pingala. When the king reached the boy, he stopped. "Why did you come with an empty pot, my child? Did your seed not grow into a plant?" the king inquired. Pingala held his head down and said, "Forgive me, your highness. I tried my best to grow the seed. I gave the best soil and manure to it, but the seed did not grow." The boy felt sad. What happened? All these kids, they came with their pots. Na? They were having beautiful flowers and so the courtyard, it became like a beautiful garden with all these lovely flowery pots. So the children's faces are shining with hope, but the king was not happy. At the end of the line stood Pingala. So when the king reached the boy, he stopped. The king asked Pingala, "Oh my dear child, why you came with the empty pot?" That time Pingala said, "I'm very sorry, highness, forgive me. I tried my level best. I gave the best soil and manure to the pot, but the seed did not grow." The boy felt very sad. A smile appeared on the king's face. He hugged Pingala and announced, "Here is the crown prince. I had given everyone roasted seeds, which would never grow. Only this boy is honest. I am sure one day he will rule this kingdom justly." This time, the king, he smiled and he hugged Pingala and announced, he is going to be the prince. Here is the crown prince. And what the king did, the king had roasted the seeds and he gave that roasted seeds to all the children of the country. Roasted seeds will never grow now, so that's why what others did, they have taken other seeds and they planted in the pots. That means they have done immoral thing. They are not at all honest. But this boy Pingala is very honest. He continued with that seed only. He did not change the seed like other kids. So king felt very happy and said, "This boy is going to be the ruler of this kingdom. So Pingala is the honest boy. Okay, my dear children, honesty always pays you. So be honest in your activities. Okay, so all of you move to the glossary part. Successor, heir. Successor, heir. Anxious, anxiety. Anxious, anxiety. Sow, place seed in a earth or pot. So place seed in earth or a pot. Manure, fertilizer. Manure, fertilizer. Sprout, grow from a seed. Sprout, grow from a seed. Ignore, neglect. Ignore, neglect. Just, fair. Just, fair. Let's move on to the next activity. Here they have given a set of questions and you can write very easily. First one, who was the king of Gandhara? Vidyadhara was the king of Gandhara. What was he fond of? He was fond of gardening. What did the king distribute to the children in his kingdom? The king distributed some seeds to all the children in his kingdom. Did Pingala's seed sprout? No, Pingala's seed did not sprout. Why did the seed not sprout? Because it was a roasted seed which would never grow. How did the other children make their seed sprout? As the other children were dishonest, they brought flowery pots and into courtyard to show the king that their seeds had sprout. Vidyadhara was A. dash king. A. just and wise. B. cruel and foolish. C. sharp and start. Answer is A. Vidyadhara was a just and wise king. Next question. The king had dash children. A. 100. B. no. C. 10. The king had no children. Answer B. Pingala's father was dash. A. policeman, a rich businessman, a poor farmer. Answer is poor farmer. All of you go to the vocabulary part. Read the following sentences. Read the following sentences. The king said, "This boy is honest. I am sure he will rule this kingdom." The opposite words for the above underlined words are dishonest and unsure. They are simply formed by prefixing dis and un. Okay, now we are going to learn a new concept of opposite words. Normally opposite words like what is the opposite of good? Bad. Cool? Hot, like that, na? But here I am going to teach you a new set of opposite words that begin with either un or dis. This is very easy. You can easily write them. Okay, write the opposite words for the underlined words in the following sentences using un or dis. Ramesh is happy now. What is the opposite of happy? Unhappy. Here you are adding prefix un to happy. Prefix means you are adding un before happy. Unhappy. We like it. Opposite of like is dislike. You are prefixing dis to like. Please lock the door. Opposite of lock is unlock. You obey the order. Disobey. She is very kind to animals. Unkind. So one more time, children, repeat after me. Happy, unhappy. Like, dislike. Lock, unlock. Obey, disobey. Kind, unkind. Go to next page, page number 80. Learn some more opposite words by prefixing il, im, in. First one. These are the opposite words that are that have il as its prefix. Legal, illegal. Literate, illiterate. legible, illegible. Next, I am polite, impolite, mortal, immortal, mature, immature. And the opposite words that have the prefix in: direct, indirect, active, inactive, correct, incorrect. Go to the next activity, activity number 4. Choose the appropriate opposites from the given options. What is the first word? Healthy. Opposite of healthy is unhealthy. A. Second, appear. Opposite of appear is disappear. B. Third one, mortal. Opposite is immortal. A. Fourth one, direct. Opposite is indirect. B. 5. Legal. Opposite is illegal. A. Let's move on to page number 81. Read the following sentence in the story. The king said, I will distribute seeds to all the children. The action will distribute has not happened yet. That will begin and end in the future. Now let's see some more examples. Okay, what did the king said? The king said, I will distribute the seeds to all the children. Means it means that the seeds are not yet distributed to the children, and they will be distributed to the children in future. That can happen either tomorrow or day after tomorrow in that week. So that action is not yet performed, it is not yet done. See the next example. I shall go to Delhi next week. Means I may go to Delhi next week. So that action is going to be taken place in next week. That is future tense. He will come to school tomorrow. Means that boy, he will come tomorrow. Means it will be done tomorrow, not today. Pranati will get the first rank. Means that Pranati, she can get the rank, but not now. But it can happen in future. In all the above sentences, the actions have not taken place. They will happen sometime in the future. So these actions are not yet done. They can be done in the future. So the verbs shall go, will come, will get are all said to be in simple future tense. So will distribute, shall go, will come, will get. These are all said to be in simple future tense. Let's move on to activity number 5. Complete the following blanks by changing the verb into simple future tense. Here they have given a set of sentences, but we have to write them. We have to convert them into simple future tense. First one, Dinesh dash buy car next year. Means this person Dinesh, he wants to buy a car, but not now. He will buy the car next year. So what is the answer? Will buy. Next, second sentence, it dash rain tomorrow. Means it is going to rain not tomorrow, not now. So what you should write? It will rain tomorrow. She dash you next week. What is the verb here? Call. So you have to write it in simple future. So you have to write, she will call you next week. Fourth one, Dhoni dash make a century in tomorrow's cricket match. Here write, Dhoni will make a century in tomorrow's cricket match. Next one, we dash to Chennai next month. We will go to Chennai next month. Go to page number 82. Fill in the blanks with the right options given below. I dash pay the tax tomorrow. Here you have to write it in simple future. So A paid, B shall pay, C pays. The answer is shall pay. Second sentence, Gopi dash pass the examination next year. Here Gopi is not passing this year. He is going to pass, he will pass the examination next year. The answer is B, will pass. Next, Ramesh dash get the salary day after tomorrow. Means Ramesh did not get the salary. Ramesh is not going to get the salary today. He'll get the salary day after tomorrow. So the answer is will get. Fourth one, Ashok dash receive the parcel tonight. A arrives, B will receive, C received. So the answer is will receive. So whenever you come across simple, you have to write the sentence into simple future na, that time you have to use shall, will before the verb. Okay children, that's all for today. All of you go through the activities which are covered in this class and read the reading card. Meet you in next class. Take care. Bye.